Hey, so I am here to give you guys a quick breakdown of my experience with the MioXL by Iconnectivity. The MioXL is a MIDI interface by Iconnectivity that allows you to connect 22 or more MIDI devices to it. It's very convenient, it's very sleek, I like the build, the packaging is very nice. I feel that they did a very good job putting this thing together in a very presentable, fashionable way. It will look good in just about any studio setup that involves a rack-based system. So I'm going to go ahead and crack this open and give you guys my one complaint about this device. And it's my experience with the USB Type B connection that you can use on this device to run it. So there are two ways to use this device. One way is Rtp Midi, the preferred way that Iconnectivity would like you to use it. Rtp Midi essentially allows you to use this device over Ethernet. So you can run it directly into a secondary Ethernet port on the computer or into your router, and it will work. I don't want to explain the details of how that works. If you want that information, I will go ahead and link to the Iconnectivity YouTube channel that goes over these things down below. Now, if you don't wish to use Rtp Midi, or maybe you just don't have the time, who knows, and you just want to kind of plug it in and go about your day and not think about routing or assigning ports, whatever, USB is an option. However, they've made the wise decision of placing the USB device on the front of the device, which is, I find, maddening. Placing any kind of primary connectors that have to do with functionality on the front of a device, for me, is always a big no-no. It'd be like PlayStation putting the power cord to the PlayStation 5 right on the front of the PlayStation. You would never do that. Besides the fact that it looks gaudy, it's just totally in the way and impractical as far as the way you interact with the device. And that's kind of how I feel here with the MioXL. Now you might say, but hey, they have a bunch of connections right on the front that you can plug in and out, like MIDI connections. While that might be true, those are functional connections that you can plug in and plug out at your leisure. They're not connections necessary for my device to function and communicate with my computer. So you guys are thinking, well, fine, it's on the front, it's kind of inconvenient. Why not just use Rtp Midi then and get over it? Alright, I agree with you. Just use Rtp Midi. In fact, that's what I've decided to do. I took the time to learn it and figure it out and use it in this way. However, here's where the next big con comes in. In order to update this device, you have to use the USB connection on the front. So we're kind of in a situation now where we're having our cake and eating it too. We're placing this connection on the front of the device to dissuade people, according to the Iconnectivity rep I spoke with, from using the device. And simultaneously, you have to use USB still every so often, whether you're bringing a laptop up to your rack and updating your device, whatever, to keep it updated. That's such a huge inconvenience. It's just it's a lot. That's a lot of brain power going into something that should be seamless and easy, like a MIDI controller. Rtp Midi is cool. It allows me to do all these crazy routings and have dozens of computers connected to my studio at one time. That's awesome. But you know what would be even more awesome? Having that option and simultaneously having a USB port placed on the back of the unit that I can just plug in and forget about and not think about ever again. This is my big con with the MioXL. Outside of that, it has a beautiful look to it, as you've seen throughout this video as I've been explaining this to you. It has a cool little display here that shows me what active MIDI port on the chain that I'm using with a flashing light that corresponds with it, and it's just a very solid device. I wanted to quickly throw this video together and just say that I do like the Iconnectivity interface quite a bit. But again, for future reference, please never place primary connections that have to do with functionality of the device on the front. No one ever likes it. You will always hear complaints about it. There will never be a time that this is done and it is convenient. It's just not going to happen. Anyway, I hope you guys found this video helpful. This is my take of the MioXL. Have a great day.